At Minority Mindset, we have a team of people that work with us. And our team, we call them money nerds. Our employees are money nerds. Everyone has their base salary, but then we also have a revenue share program where you get paid not just your salary, but then you also get paid based off of how well whatever platform you're working on is doing. So we have like a blog team, we have a newsletter team, we have our your social team. So how well your platform is doing, that's also going to determine how much you get paid. So everyone gets very fair, very good base salary, but then the better your vertical does, the more you make.
That's cool. I like that incentive. I also like the evolution of how you ran these partnerships. When you're bootstrapping, you don't have that kind of money maybe necessarily up front. So doing a rev share makes sense to start out with. And then you can evolve to when you get more funds, like you said, pay these flat fees and stuff. And thank you for that, because that answers a lot of questions that I know my audience has. As we finish up here, Jaspreet, and this has just been an absolute pleasure. Give me a sense of how big each of the teams are for each of these different companies that you have. I'm just curious to see where they're at.
So we have 6 full-time W-2 workers at Minority Mindset, money nerds. But then we have a bunch of contractors that we work with. So let me see. So let's start with Minority Mindset, because our blog, we have 2 editors on staff, and then we probably have maybe a dozen or so contractor writers, maybe a little bit more than a dozen writers.
They're writing blog posts and stuff?
They're writing blog posts for Minority Mindset.
Okay.
We have a couple people that do the full-time writing for market briefs, the newsletter. Then we have a bunch of contractors for our design team on there, and just kind of the back-end support. Probably 2 designers, a couple back-end support people. We have a full-time video person, and then we have a 4 video editors that are remote contractors. We have a handful of just 1099, just general branders and all that. So, and then we have our market insiders team, which is 3. They're not minority. We're all independent contractors, and they're like the team that works on that. Like 3 main people, and then we have our kind of VAs for there. So that's kind of the breakdown of the team. A core 6 that then help manage the freelancers, contractors, VAs, all there.
What's the best advice you could offer with relation to team related to your business?
Make sure everybody's on the same page, and make sure everybody is here to win. You have to make sure that your team is passionate and they're with you, and they're not just there for a job. But the reason why I know that is because I've dealt with that. Our first full-time employee, man, she was good, but she was not good. I'm trying to be nice here, but if somebody is not performing, let them go fast. And there's a lot of reasons for that, because this first team member that I brought on, I didn't know what to expect, because it's the first person I'm hiring full time.
Right.
And so I'm trying to coach her, I'm helping, and she just wasn't getting it. And a lot of mistakes. And I kept telling myself, like, you know what? I'm going to coach. I'm going to help her. I'm going to help. Like, it's just like, I just need to give a little bit more training. And 7 months go by, and still nothing. I mean, I'm just like, it's just not good. And there's just so many things that went wrong. I mean, just a lot of mistakes, just not even completing work. And at the 7-month mark, I was like, this is just not working, and I let her go. And the funny story is why I'm saying fire early, not just so you waste 7 months of salary and all time and brain power, but this was a number of years ago. But then the pandemic hit, and I had fired her a long time before the pandemic. I don't even remember how long, but it was more than a year before the pandemic. I had fired her a while before the pandemic, and the pandemic hit, and everybody's going into unemployment. And guess what? I got a letter from the unemployment office saying that this person has now filed for unemployment from Minority Mindset. And I was like, what? And I look at the report, and it shows that she had been fired from job after job after job after job after job. But I was the only person that kept her on for more than 6 months, which made her eligible for unemployment from Minority Mindset, but nowhere else, because you have to be employed for 6 months. So
interesting.
Yeah. So another reason why, if someone is not cutting it, let them go early. Be willing to train, be willing to work with somebody, be willing to mold, but just keep, you need to find people that actually care about it. And that means taking care of your employees, taking care of your team, taking care of your people. Give them some, if it's a rev share, maybe equity, depending on what the product is. Make them feel like they are an owner and help them develop, grow, and build something with you.
So good.
Not for you.
Thank you for that. And I have one more question for you, Jaspreet, and this maybe I'll ask for a 60-second or 2-minute answer. And that is specifically, I want you to speak to everybody who's listening or watching this right now who doesn't speak English first, or who might feel like they're not cut out, or they don't look the part, if you will, in order to become a successful business owner, and especially somebody who's stepping up to be on a platform like YouTube that's very vulnerable, everybody sees you, hears you. I would love for you to share some words of inspiration or advice to that person who's watching and listening right now.
I'm going to go back to what I said just a minute or a little bit before. If you think you're thinking big, you're not thinking big enough. You have to have the right mindset. Anything is possible if you have the right mindset, you believe in yourself, and you're willing to work. If you enjoyed the shorter clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to invest your money in real estate, our team put together an amazing guide on real estate investing. This guide goes over what real estate investing is, how to start using real estate to generate cash flow, and how to build wealth with real estate. This guide is completely free when you sign up for our daily newsletter. So if you want to read our guide on how to start investing your money in real estate, you can download that guide just by clicking that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.